Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. It's your brother Dawada coming to you with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be entitled Gradualism and the Serpent. So what you see in your opening clip was a rattlesnake hunting a rabbit, and the first time it came near the rabbit, it had hit it and injected venom in it, and all the snake had to do was wait until the venom took effect, wait until basically his wine took effect and made that rabbit drunk to the point where it couldn't fight back. All right, so let's get the definition of that word gradualism.
Gradualism
Says a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. So Esau, so-called white man, who is the serpent, he gradually changed laws. He gradually introduced legislation to where the people won't be in uproar. He does things calculated. Scriptures say that he was more subtle than any beast of the field. Matter of fact, let's get that. This is Genesis 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Most High had made. He said unto the woman, Yeah, hath power said, Ye shall not eat of any tree of the garden. Alright, and that's Eve, man. Even to this day, Eve is beguiled by the serpent. She has liberty to get about and do whatever she wants. That's why everything is out of course. All right. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Most High have said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. All right. And that's what Esau saying there. He said, you can go ahead and eat pork. You can go ahead and be over your man. You ain't got to have a man in the home with you. You can be a homosexual. You can do what you want to do. YOLO. This is the doctrine, the philosophy of the serpent, man. And it happened with gradualism. It didn't happen all of a sudden. Let's go back to that definition again. All right.
Gradualism
Says a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. All right. And this devil, man, he has gradually conditioned the minds of our people to follow his ways. All right, let's go back to Genesis. Let's jump down to verse 13. And the Most High said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? Right, because the woman was in transgression. All right. And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Now this was not a literal fruit. This was the ways and philosophies of this man. We're going to prove that. It says, And the Most High Power said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Confusion. Dust is confusion. All right? But Yahweh Bashal Shai said that he is cursed above all the cattle of the field. All right? Every beast of the field. All right? And in the scriptures, men are known as beasts. But let's prove who are the people cursed of Yahweh by Shah. Alright? This same man who used gradualism to deceive the minds of the people. Alright? Because he's more subtle than any beast. This is Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Alright? So let's go back before we go get Isaiah. Let's go back to Genesis. This is Genesis 3:14. And the Most High said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and be in a lower state, where they in the caves, alright? And dust, confusion shall thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. Who is the woman? Israel. And between thy seed and her seed. Yeah, that's why you have Esau with perpetual hatred to the children of Israel. Alright? This is from the beginning. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Right? And that's what's going on. You read in 2nd Ezra, where he lets you know that, matter of fact, let's get that right quick. It says, he shall bruise his head, he shall bruise his heel. Right? This is 2nd Ezra 6:7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first Esau's heel. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. See that? So it's all spiritual from the beginning, alright? And we know that Esau is running the world right now. He's the beginning, is the end of the first, right? This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Alright? And he's turned things upside down by gradually implementing different policies to cause people to go off. Alright? Let's go back to Isaiah 34:5. Salakia. Isaiah 29:16. Alright? It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Yeah, and that's how Esau feel, man. Esau don't want to be the wicked. He don't want to be the cursed of the Most High. But this is the Most High movie. This is how he had this played out. But once again, this is Gradualism and the Serpent. Alright? So the serpent, who is Idumea, Esau, Edom, they gradually implement different laws, different ways of doing things to cause people to go off. That's why the nations are mad. Matter of fact, let's prove more on this serpent. Alright? This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Alright? He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. Alright? And that old serpent, who is who? Esau, Edom, man. Alright? And let's go to the book. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and jump into the lesson, because Esau has introduced different items into the world, to cause the people to be mad. He introduced his democracy, which is his wine. his philosophy, and he did it gradually. He would go to different nations, implement a coup, cause the nation to fall into despair, and then what? He implements things to then try and lift the nation out of the hole that they were put in by the serpent itself. All right. So his democracy is part of that policy. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, because he gradually does things. He's, like I said, serpent is more subtle than any beast of the field. All right. This is Habakkuk 2:5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Yeah, man, he can't be satisfied with being ruler over this present world, man. He wants to limit the population. You go to the Georgia Guidestones, I think it said they want the population under 500 million. All right, so he heapeth unto himself all people. All right. Salakia says Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Yeah, man, ladeth himself with debt. Go into that word clay, man. That literally means debt. And the debt that America has amassed through the IMF is unreal. You go and Google the amount of world debt. Guess who's on top? America, man. Why? Because of their gradualism on how they implement things to cause people to go off through their wine and philosophy, through their democracy. All right. Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them, yeah, for a spoil, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. All right. Jumping down to verse 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou may look upon their nakedness. Yeah, and that's what Esau do, man. He give these people these different philosophies, this wine that cause people to go off, forget the old customs, have give rights to women. Women are servants, man. Give rights to homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? Scripture said homosexuals be put to death, man. But see, these nations are gonna get fed up with Esau, man. And that's what's going on now. That's what you see going on right now. Verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also. Let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Most High's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be thy glory, right? And the cup of the Most High is being given unto Esau, Edom, the people of his curse, man. All right? These people think that their house is going to continue forever, that they're going to keep going with the way things are being done right now. But see, that's the pride of Esau, all right? And the people are not drunk with actual wine. They're drunk with the philosophy, the democracy that this people has set out, and gradually infected their country, all right? This is Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. All right. And these people are really lost in the sauce with the covering cast that Esau has laid over the whole world. Why? Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And they've gradually changed the laws of these people, change the landmarks, change the people's name. You know, this is the wickedness of Esau. Scripture say you're not supposed to change the landmark. All right, but Babylon the Great is the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of Edom, same place. Guess what? They're gonna drink of that cup. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Most High's hand, that have made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, man, and they're mad, man. You see that they've been following the philosophy of democracy, and everybody is revolting right now. You have so many mass uproars, and it's all because of the government. The same government that's here, man. And that's why this place is going down fast. All right? These different things that the gradualism of Esau implemented, trying to cover the minds of the people, is now backfiring on them. All right? He's give women liberty in America, which in turn goes to where? Everywhere else. Because what? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right? Because we went off as a people. Esau was able to, and it's all a little, Most High movie, but Esau was able to have a woman compass a man. And that's out of order. All right? That ain't how Yahweh Shah set things up. But Esau is contrary to Yahweh Shah. This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. So that lets you know right there that things are out of course. The turning of things upside down. All right? This is what this man has done. Just like you see, we don't eat frogs, but Esau eat frogs. And what he do to eat a frog, they cook the frogs alive. So how they do it, they put a frog in a pot, and they gradually turn up the heat on that frog to the point where the frog don't even realize he's being boiled alive, man. All right. Once again, scripture say he's wiser than Daniel. And this is the things that Esau do. All right. He implements policy to cause people to go off. And that's what's going to be his downfall in the end. All right. Because of his pride. He gives the woman rights to go about and say you don't need a man in the house. He'll give you all of this, these different gifts per se, and they're really not gifts because they're set up to do you harm. All right, but once again, Eve was beguiled in the garden, and she's been the number one advocate to Esau this whole time because of the different things she can get. All right, this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 25 and verse 19. All wickedness is but a little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Yeah, man, that's shit. 90% of our women, man. There's very few righteous women in this world, man, if any. Solomon said he ain't found one. All right. They got to come back in the kingdom in their right mind. There's going to be some that's going to be saved. You know what I'm saying? For the bringing back of what? The nation of Israel in the kingdom. All right. Let's read this again. All wickedness is but a little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right. And that's what's going to happen, man. Let's jump down to 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. All right. And that sin that happened was when? In the garden. All right. And that's the gradualism that the serpent beguiled Eve with, man. But she was with it from the beginning. Verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And that's what Esau has done. That's why a woman can pass a man. That's why you have these different, man. I seen in Iran, This woman was on a pole twerking, an Iranian woman twerking for so-called liberty, man, for so-called rights, man. See, the earth is out of course, man, but it's all because of the serpent, who is Esau Edom and his gradualism. And he's infected the whole company. It's like it affected the whole globe, the whole world. All right? These things that he's done to establish the wickedness on the earth. And part of that wickedness was what? Giving rights to homosexuals, which the scriptures tell you that homosexuals are supposed to be put to death, man. All right? Let's go to that. Because these things this damn devil has implemented so the children of Israel could not be close to their power. But thankfully, Yahweh Shah has left a remnant of his people that he's going to wake up and get out of this hell and destroy this wicked kingdom. All right? This is Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, and they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Yeah, but Esau Edom says you can be a homosexual. You can marry another man. You can marry another woman if you're a woman. All right? The turn of things upside down, the gradualism that has now infected the whole earth. All right? And that's how Esau gets down, man. All right? He's a vile beast. All right? Let's go to Romans chapter 1, verse 25. It says, who have changed the truth of the Most High into a lie? Yeah, man, who has changed the truth of the Most High into a lie? Well, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Let's read this again. Who have changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever, so be true. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature. Alright? Both ways, man. It's against nature. What's the nature of a woman? To give birth, have children. Alright? So even the women have changed their natural use. Alright? It says, and likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. All right, which was good for them. You know what I'm saying? That's the recompense of their error, which is death. All right, that's why you see all these damn diseases going around, because of the wickedness that Esau has perpetuated on the whole earth. And you got gay weddings all over in India, man. You got gay parades all in and you can tell that these are not the people of the Bible, man. They got the biggest gay parade in Tel Aviv, man. All right. Let's see. This is the turning upside down, the gradualism of the wickedness of Esau, man. All right. This is Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Yeah, man. And that's a law. All right. You know, we long for a place where righteousness dwell. Matter of fact, you know, this is what we long for, man. Because we sighing and crying because we don't want to be a part of this wickedness anymore. Let's see, righteousness. I think it's in 1 Peter. Let's see. Let's look it up right quick. Yeah, we long for a place where righteousness dwell, man. Because we're tired of the wickedness that we've seen. You know, just like Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation. We're vexed every day with the filthy conversation of this place, man. You know, it's totally out of course. It's upside down, and we need Yahweh Shah to come back and save us, man. All right, bear with me. I get this precept. Here we go. This is First Peter, Second Peter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. But the day of the Lord, Yahweh shall will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right? And this is the point. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Yeah, man, that's what we're looking for. Because we're tired of this wicked place, man. We're tired of things being out of course. We're tired of the serpent being able to rule over our people, man. That's why we sign crowd with these video epistles when we go out there on the highways and byways. When we're groaning in the spirit, Yahweh Shah, he understands all that, man. All right? That's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, who have learned this 100% truth from. And much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide in sincerity to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. Till the next time I say, Shalom.